And in the late 90s, which was very clever. They took cancer patients who were terminal and who had, of course, given their consent to the experiment, and they labeled their brain neurons with a particular dye that was incorporated only in dividing cells, in other words, only in cells that were making more of themselves. And this is something that, of course, cancer cells do all the time. After the patients passed away, their brains were examined, and it turns out that a number of neurons in the brain had taken up this dye, and that was prima facie evidence that, in fact, new neurons were being born in the brain. And just to underline, these were elderly people. They were in their 50s and 60s and 70s. So even once you are well past the age of Medicare, your brain is still forming new neurons. And then the question is, under what circumstances does it do so, and can you speed it up? And there the answer turns out to be yes. But surprisingly, you speed it up not by doing crossword puzzles till you're, cross-eyed, but instead through physical activity. Something as simple as an hour of aerobic exercise 5 times a week will dial up the rate of production of new neurons in the brain. So there's, hope for all of us yet.
Studies have also shown that neurogenesis is amplified by certain mental activity. It takes the right kind of mental activity to achieve positive results. Activities with measurable results that increase in difficulty will challenge your brain to grow and stay healthy.
The brain is constantly adapting to new experiences, learning language at about 1 year, learning other things as they get a little older, learning mathematics, learning a second language, learning how to perform a violin concerto. All of these things have a critical period in the brain. It doesn't mean you can't learn it at a different age, but the brain is more susceptible to adapting to this new task at specific ages.
There was a time, not too many years ago, when most scientists believed that the ability to physically remodel our brains was limited to the critical period in the earliest years of childhood. Now we know it's not true. We learn all across a lifetime. But from the end of the critical period to the end of life, the brain controls its self-development, its plasticity. During this time, the brain establishes machinery that is